Good day everyone, this is Shin and this is a guide to the Great Gathering sub-event on the fleeting colors in flight. I know this a bit late because I have been busy with a lot of stuff in real life. This is a 3-part sub-event and each part has its own different events. We'll just call them mini events for the sake of clarity. Part 1 has 4 mini events, but 2 of them are the same. First one is Interrogation by Night, second one is Curio Salvage, and the last 2 are Midpoint Interception 1 and 2. The last 2 have the same mechanics. For part 2, it's another Interrogation by Night, a Curio Salvage, but this time the last 2 are different. It's Return to Safe Harbor 1 and 2. Part 3 only has one mini event, which is the key catch. To start the sub event, you will have to do a quest first, which is this one. You would be using your boat a lot on this sub event, particularly for traveling. And of course, you can use your weapons as well to eliminate bandits in the middle of the sea. But the aiming on this thing is kinda not optimized, and sometimes it just keeps shooting the bandits instead of the barrels first, which is annoying. Anyway, this is a cutscene, and this part of the quest teaches you how to do the Interrogation by Night mini event. After that, it will also discuss how to do the Curious Salvage, but that's for later. This one is the text instructions for those 2 mini events. You will be fighting treasure hoarders, but there is a special mechanic here, which are those fireworks that you can pick up. These fireworks deal immense pyro damage, which also triggers elemental reactions. Plus, it removes the buffs on the bosses, which is indicated by the red arrow on top of their heads. Just be aware that the fireworks are limited in quantity and you can run out. After you defeat them, there's gonna be a cutscene, and then for the next part, it will teach you about the Curio Salvage. I won't be showing you a complete playthrough of the events, but rather I'll just give some tips. So this is the actual Interrogation by Night, which if you can see, it will be similar to the guide earlier. And after you finish it, just pick up the reward from the ground. That's it. This is one of the Curious Salvage mini events, and if you can find it, just use the map indicators. And here we have treasure hoarders, which again, you can just shoot the barrels to inflict a lot of damage and hopefully fling them overboard. After you defeat them, collect the rewards floating in the ocean. These are also enemies you will encounter, which are the floaters, and same, you just defeat them before you collect the reward. There are also cases wherein the reward is just floating in the ocean, and just pick them, that's it. Next up, we go to Midpoint Interception. These are just the text rules, and the objective is simply to stop the cargo from reaching the end. It is kinda similar to the commission, but this time you use a boat. And similar to the commission, if your time runs out, the challenge will fail. So what you should be doing is making good use of the barrels and shooting them while the cargo is close to it, so it deals a lot of pyro damage. I have no idea what those gold things do, since they didn't really instruct you to get those things, so no idea. Oh, there are also whirlpools that deal damage to your boat, but not to the cargo. And of course it's a hindrance, since it sucks your boat towards it. Once you deplete the HP of the cargo, you will complete the challenge. As always, remember to claim your rewards on the events page. Next we go to Return to Safe Harbor minigame. So for this, you will have a timer ticking down, and you will need to fulfill the conditions on the left side of your screen below the map. So you will collect those containers, and then you will have to defeat treasure hoarders. Again, I have no idea what those gold things are because it doesn't affect the timer, as you can see, and you can use those speed boost rings to make you go faster. And once you're finished with the conditions, you can just rush to the end and ignore all the containers and the treasure hoarders. And there you go, you can complete the challenge easily. This is why I don't know what the gold things are, because the achievements are relying on the time left. For the last part, we have the key catch, which is the only mini event for the part 3. This one is very similar to the other event, which is the interrogation by night, but this time you will be fighting all bosses instead of their henchmen. I suggest using a character that can pull in one spot, maybe Kazuha or Venti, and then use the fireworks to remove the buffs on the bosses and deal with them as normal. After you defeat the last one, the challenge will be completed. Remember to claim the rewards on the events page. This brings us to the end of the video. I hope it helps or helped you out even if it's so late. And if you like this video and want more of my content, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitch and the link is down below. Thank you and God bless. Mata ne!